All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Real Life Real Estate Investing Show, the show where we teach you how to create generational wealth. My name is Hector Hernandez. I am a wealth building coach here on Real Life Trading. And outside of here, I am a real estate fund manager. Joining me today, as always, my buddy, my pal, Mr. Luis Alejandro Lopez. What you got, buddy?
How is everybody today? Happy Friday. Happy pretty much end of the month. Happy bullish month, I guess. We got a really good feedback from last week, so we're gonna keep doing underwriting in property. So what you guys we want you guys to see what we look at, what we think, how's the thought process of actually, coming to numbers to see if a property is worth putting an offer or not, or if where the number of the offer should be. We always should be putting offers, even if they're low balls, because you never know who's gonna take it. But that's the thought process of today. We, instead of doing Florida like we did last 2 weeks ago, it was 2 weeks. I need to fix that. We're gonna be doing properties in Washington, D.C., and we have a really awesome guest. Alonzo's here. Alonzo is a RLTer. He took my mentorship early this year, and he, took it and ran with it. So he's been bouncing me a few things that he gets over there, and we try to find something that does not need that much work, but we can do our typical lipstick on a pig. So he sent me a few other things. He has an agent looking for him, so we're gonna review those things. All right. So with that, again, as always, every other week, we think we know what we're talking about. Some people says that we know what we're talking about. We're just two guys on the internet. Please, before making any decisions on real estate, call, ask questions, text us. If it's not us, somebody else. Real estate is you can lose a lot of money in real estate if you know what you're doing. And on top of it, with real estate, you lose money slow. So you get trapped and you cannot get out of things. It's not that you can click out twice and then get out of the trade. Things move slowly and frustratingly if you're not doing things correctly. So please make sure when you sign into a deal, when you want money, when you do anything, make sure that you know what you're looking for. If not, ask questions, look for friends, relatives. We are here. We're going to show you some QR codes and the whole thing. Please. If not, meanwhile, let's keep this as entertainment education and let's keep rolling it.
And let's have some fun. I mean, it is Friday afternoon for some of you, for some of us. So feel free to break out the tequila. You got our permission as long as you're not driving. Margarita mix. Bailey's. I see you, Lucian.
Still here?
I think he went to go pour himself a drink first. It's been a tough week for those traders out on the market. It's definitely, like he said, it's been making us work for our gains. I've been heavily focused on the real estate game this week. I think I only really traded one day. But from what I saw, just by looking at the charts, it was definitely a tough week to carve out some gains.
Whippy. All right. So in case you know somebody that has some kind of real estate deal, we got ourselves, 21st century, we're QR codes. If you use our QR code, we're going to give you our contact information, emails, anything that you need to know to contact us. Please let us look at it. This is what we're doing with Alfonso today. Let us have a look. We just have one of my mentees. He was going to get into a deal, and I was like, just add this little line on the contract, because I don't want you to be in a contract forever and ever and ever. Everything that you sign needs to have a start date and needs to have an end date when you have your deposits. Sure enough, the lady that were buying the house, the couple that was divorcing, all of a sudden the lady, without telling anybody, went and filed for bankruptcy, and now there's 3 attorneys involved. The attorney for the husband, the attorney for the wife, the attorney for the wholesaler, and my mentee is just waiting. So he's renewing the contract every week, and you see, I still want the house. So he was able to reduce his deposit, and he's just in waiting mode, just sitting on the back, waiting to hit it. Okay, so please be careful. All right.
Just a quick phone call to Lewis. Save them.
Yeah, I said, man, what do you think about this? I will tell you, it sounds great. It doesn't sound so great. Try to squeeze something over here, or I don't like this term. And that's basically it. We're gonna see when we start doing the houses. The physical thing is a physical thing. It's paint, kitchen, bathrooms. It's paint, kitchen, bathrooms everywhere. Okay. things are gonna change here and there, but be very careful with terms when you buy something. Okay.
It's definitely things are definitely starting to shift, team. Like we said last time around, we're starting to see the sellers expectations taper a little bit. So it is absolutely deal season out there. Yeah, over the last couple weeks, I've been probably in 3 or 4 different highest and best rounds. We're getting really close to locking up some good deals. So we've gotten requests from you guys. Hey, how can we invest alongside with you guys? How can we join you on some of these deals? It's deal season. Reach out, make sure you get on our radar, make sure you get on our list. These deals go by quick. If you want to LP and be a passive investor alongside on some of the deals, you gotta be on our list beforehand, not after the deal comes. So make sure you reach out, make sure you let us know what you want to do, how you want to do it, whether you need coaching to do it yourself, or you simply want to get that mailbox money, which is not mailbox money anymore. We got to come up with a new 2023 term for that, but we'll keep calling it mailbox money because that's what everybody knows. Make money while you sleep, I like to call it. Definitely reach out, get on our calendar, and let's have a conversation. Those deals typically go really quick, and they are mainly for those people who are on our radar. What's next, brother?
Next, brother, you're partnering.
Oh, this is a fun networking event. Once again, I think probably this or next time will probably be this is like just days away. I don't know when they're going to take away this discount code, but as I've shared with you guys over the last couple of weeks, I will be heading to the Ultimate Partnering event. This is put on by my friends at RE Mentor. My friend David Linda was gracious enough to hook us up with a discount code. So you get $200 off the purchase price if you use my last name as the promo code. And you'll also be able to bring in a guest. So scan that QR code if you want to take a trip over to sunny San Diego in September. It'll be fun. I'll be there along with about 1,000 of my closest friends, all talking multifamily, talking commercial real estate, meeting people with money, meeting people who need deals, meeting people who have deals, just having a good old time. Remember, your net worth is the sum of your network. So that's why I'm going to be out there trying to just grow my network and my net worth.
And you have the promo code Hernandez. So just scan it, or if anything, just type it. All right. What else do we have? Mentorships. We're starting with mentorships again in August. So keep there. I'll give you guys the dates probably in the next couple of weeks once we have the date set up. But it's gonna be Wednesdays at 8 p.m. And I believe you're taking the mornings, right? Or the afternoons.
I will be on Thursdays at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. I know it will be in September, but I will get back to you guys on the date. Probably going to be the second week of September, but keep an eye on the website for that. It will go from saying coming soon to having a date. So check it out. Check it often. reallifetrading.com/RE.
Yes, sir. And we're going to go through the whole spiel at the end where to find us. All right. Meanwhile, Alonso, you there?
Let's get to talk some money with the
I am here,
himself.
man. I am here. I am here. How you guys doing?
Awesome. Doing great. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, man.
So you sent me a few things. Alonso was in my mentorship early this year, and we've been talking about, what we're going to do. He's in DC, all right? And he doesn't want to do anything too far away. And we've been looking at properties that are kind of around his area, okay? Let me clear.
Actually, before you get too deep into that, Alonzo, how was that mentorship? Did you learn anything? Is Luis any good? Does he know anything?
You know what, man? All I'm gonna say is sign up as soon as you can, man.
I love it.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, we had a lot of fun, man. Luis is so personable. A lot of times you do these coaching sessions and you're afraid to ask questions, but he was so open and warm and just asking. And even when Hector popped in, man, it was good, nice and solid. I walked away feeling good and knowledgeable.
That's the whole purpose for you guys to ask questions. Otherwise, why am I here? Okay, just if not give you guys a recording, hey, this is what you need to do.
Love it. I love that feedback.
So basically, what we're doing, it's a repeat of what we're doing on one of the sessions, 2 sessions of the mentorship. It's like, okay, bring me stuff that you're looking at, and let's see how we can make it work if it works. Okay, so talk to me a little bit about the area.
So this one is in Northeast DC. DC is broken into 4 quadrants.
Mhm.
And all of the coordinates on the rise. I mean, they've just really exploded. In Northeast, you're going to be close to a lot of federal buildings. You're going to have a mix. You know, DC is bordered by Virginia and by
Yes.
Maryland.
Mhm.
And you know, all of these properties are, you know, smaller, you know, 2-1 or 3-1s, but not a lot of yard space, so a little bit different from down south, but good properties to have because they appreciate in value pretty quickly.
Okay. So we're looking at properties right on the east side of the city, correct? So we will be between Virginia and DC. This is the border line of the right here, right?
Yes.
Goes down southwest. So it's like a square and takes part of the Potomac, I guess. Okay, so we're looking at properties that when we did this, they were all basically in the same neighborhood, correct? Do you recall,
Uh,
do you recall what the comps were?
so the comps for the areas, you're looking at anywhere from I mean, once they're fixed up,
Correct.
these properties are selling for 300 up to, I don't think you have any in the big quadrant, but 300 to over a million.
200 to over a million. That's a
No,
very
no, no, no,
widespread.
no, no, 300 to over a million. Oh, 300 to millions.
Okay. That's a very widespread. What I did though, it's remember when we did this one that we went back
Yes,
and redid this house? Okay.
yes.
I was looking at a little bit around. We're gonna do RPR in a little bit, but they're going kind of the same model. They're going for
Okay.
a little bit more than this one. You see, this one sold last year, 460. I'm seeing stuff selling at 468, 470 some things, depending on the finishes. So what what I'm looking at, and one of the things that I didn't want to do, I did not want to review this prior. So we'd look at them, right here. I'm loving these prices. You see? What I'm not liking is that you have red tags and all kinds of stuff. And remember, that's what we're doing. They're being sold cheap because they all have problems. So we should be in problem mode in sold mode.
I
But
love a good red tag, man.
we had red tags before.
Red tag means green signs, man.
So let's have a quick look at a few of these. Like I told you guys before, I have my real estate license. I use a couple of tools of realtors. I do not have a real estate license up there, but I have one of the tools that is called RPR. RPR basically lets me do comps everywhere. If not, you can always do the Zillow thing. You can always do the realtor.com thing. Just be aware that those prices are not exactly, I'm not gonna say correct. They're a little bit inflated because it's gonna, once you put your address on Zillow, it's gonna be inflated. Remember, the mission of Zillow is sell you ads for a real estate agent. So if they tell you that your house is worth, I don't know, 25,000 more than you're expecting, the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna find the real estate agent that is on the page, and it's like, let me make that phone call. Maybe I really want to sell it. Okay. So they have the numbers, they have the things there, usually slightly above what the market's really bringing, but it's a good guidance. Okay. Again, we've told you many times when you're doing real estate, this is teamwork, and who has to be one of the members of your team?
That appraiser, that real estate agent.
Your real estate agent or your appraiser. So he's your agent. Okay. He's the guy that should tell you this. And he also should send you another list of the stuff that is completely done. So you can actually compare apple to apple. So apple to oranges, because we're looking to convert this one. All right. So any questions so far?
Yeah, you cut out there on the last little section. We're looking to convert this to what?
The apples to the oranges, basically. They can look pretty.
Got it. Okay.
So let's have a look. So this one first. Let's clear the drawings.
Was that you? Okay, I was gonna say that's all right.
This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom. Okay, we are looking for 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Grand Park is kind of in the same neighborhood. You see the little corner here. Looks cheap. So let's have a look at what's being sold around the area. 248, 56. 48, 56.
There it is.
I love this website. Just closed for 270. Are we sure this listing is correct? We just closed, according to this, on May. How old is this this email?
What's
Yeah, I just got this a few days ago.
Yeah, and this is usually live. That when they send it this way, it's showing what the MLS status is. Let's confirm that we have the right address: 24856 Place Northeast.
Riverside Place Northeast, Washington, D.C. Let's have a look at the pictures. If it's the correct side, you see you have the red one on the yeah, it's the same. Pictures taken from the other side.
Oh, go back real quick. Go to the RPR. Sorry.
Yeah, this is it. This is the same.
It's scroll down just a little bit. Reverse mortgage. So maybe what you're seeing is the that closed is the foreclosure. Is this
okay.
REO? Alonzo, do you know?
This one is.
You're asking for REOs. Let's go back to this.
I'm not sure.
That's okay. For first time buyer to investor, perfect for investor, fee simple. 265. Taxes, 2-bedroom. When was it listed? Original list price 310, came down to 280. It was listed on April, 99 days in the market.
Third party approval. So this might be the short sale listing.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Because this will tell me if reverse mortgage, here it is.
On 5/2023.
Reverse mortgage funding. Let me see. This is a foreclosure.
Yeah.
But I see June 270, no, just a foreclosure sale. Yeah, the bank probably just picked it up.
Yep.
Yep. No, it's a foreclosure sale. Yeah, the bank just picked it up for the 273.53. And the list.
So the bank picked it up and now they're trying to drop it?
Seems so. The strange thing is that the listing is since April. And they started at 310 and change.
Scroll up just a little bit. When was the so if the bank got it in May, and when does it say here that it's sold? May 11th.
May 11th. May
All the way on the
9th.
top. What the transaction close that you saw? What was that?
The transaction close was no, sorry. Was here.
All the way at the top, yeah.
Yeah, the same day.
Okay, so it's the same. We're good.
It's the same day of the foreclosure. Okay.
We're good. We're good. It's hard to say, Alonzo, whether what the listing that you're getting from the realtor is the short sale or the REO. So you just have to go to him and confirm that. But nevertheless, it's clearly owned by the reverse mortgage company. If what we're seeing is the short sale, the REO listing is coming. Because the reverse mortgage companies are not in the business of keeping these things. They're gonna immediately plow it back on the market. So let's run through it. Let's underwrite it. And that way you'll be the first in line with a good number when the time comes.
All right, so let's go over this thing. 2-1. Let's do RPR. Let's say close this. Let's look at the comp values. Median sold price of 437. In the same neighborhood. Lease price. Median sold price. Let me go back down. Median sold in the public records of 412. All right, now. Go back here. Lost
What are you trying to do?
comps.
I usually just look at the map. So wait, if you go to the page with the
Yeah,
map, I've done the CMA thing. It just takes too long. It's very cumbersome.
the last one I did, they were fairly easy, but they were stuff in Georgia. So
Click right on the little map right here on the right side.
and see
Scroll
it.
down.
You can see the right side because I got the
A little lower. Más para abajo.
mapa.
Little more. Right there. Click on that map right there. And then that when you expand that map, it will show you all the listings in the area.
Lost the map. Where's it? Okay, there. And move the screen here, the zoom screen.
Yeah, you're really zoomed in, dude. Try to zoom out a little bit. Like your screen is there you go. Perfect.
Because I am in the laptop today. I don't have the big monitor.
Oh, okay. No, but now you went too small. Now the people on Zoom can't see you. Now I can't see it. All right, perfect. All right. I love this screen because it lets you kind of move around and then you get to see, you know, what's coming, what has sold, and what's active. If you just hover over the red, I think the red is actually
the ones for sale.
Off market foreclosure. So there's some pre-foreclosure activity here, something to be mindful of for sure. You got quite a few of those. Usually the stuff that's active is circular, and the stuff that is closed is squared. I'm not really seeing any of those there.
Why is this thing working different here than in?
Zoom out a little bit here so we could get a little bit bigger picture. There we go. Now let's see if there's anything that we see that is currently active or just sold. I see something over here and over here, 485 right here, and I can't really tell what that one is. Okay, so that just sold a couple months ago. That looks like a rehabber at 250.
50 is too low for that. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a 485 over. Oh, you left.
Off market. Where? Here.
What about this guy right here?
235 recently closed.
Okay, well, it looks like that's a rehabber too because it's
Yeah.
an LLC that bought it.
We'll see about that one.
Yeah, we're not gonna see any good pictures on that.
Yes, sir. This thing just popped me down to Georgia. Nah, kick me out.
Yep.
Let's go back.
Maybe try just punching in the zip code, Lou, and let's stay on this screen right here. That screen is perfect too. Closed.
Any price.
Under status, make sure you select closed.
Active, pending, and close. I'm telling you, this acting up is not doing the same thing as in include public record sold. Thank
There you go.
Okay, so we're looking for 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Okay, and it's stuff that close up till April. Let's have a look. Work 330.
Okay.
We're looking for something that is okay.
700 square feet.
We're looking for a property that's been a flip. Yes, this is a flip right here. It was bought in August, sold in June. Okay, so they took about 10 months to finish this one. Okay, what is surprising is I don't have any pictures of this one on the website, so let's do our Zillow thing.
It's sold public record. You're probably not gonna find pics.
Yep, here it is.
Oh, there it is. Wow, this is nice. Now this one is detached. So Alonzo, have you noticed if there's a difference between the attached or detached pricing in that area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, detached are gonna sell for more. The row houses or attached are gonna be a little bit less. That's why I gave that that range, and that's per quadrant, and also depending upon the size of the house.
Gotcha.
Okay, so just right off the bat, we have new kitchen, new flooring, new paint inside, new paint outside. It's a full rehab. We have new doors, new everything, beautiful bathroom, new fixtures. So let's run the numbers as a complete rehab, okay? So this one sold for how much you said? 360.
360.
Okay. So that needs to be our target, 360. Let's roll over it. We're gonna keep looking at a couple more comps, but I don't want the time to go by and we just playing with this and not looking at numbers. Okay, then commissions. Commissions we're gonna pay, let's run the number at 6% for now. And the other extras are the stuff that you need to pay at the moment that you close. We're gonna go over this in a little bit. Let's work on a rehab. Okay, let's zero all this down. And let's run the numbers. Okay. This is an older home. We probably have no idea of anything regarding roofs, regarding any construction. We don't know nothing. So we probably need to redo the roof in this one. How many square feet was this house?
Like 800 and
800 and change.
Yep.
So that means 800 and change is 2 stories, so it should be like 450s, 400 in roof. That should be around $7,000 roof, roughly, Mr. Number.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, between 7 and 8 grand, at least, for me down here.
Yeah, let's run. Okay.
And then so team, some of the pricing that we're gonna throw out today, if you guys are watching this live or if you're watching on YouTube, obviously this is based on the markets that we're in. Alonzo kind of knows his market. Luis and I have had experience in a few markets, but this might not be 100% the same in your market. So don't take the numbers 100% literal. Call a roofer, ask for guidance. The idea is just know that you got to know if you got to replace a roof. That's the main point. Not so much the number that we're giving out.
Yeah, and the other thing
I just spoke to a roof. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I just spoke to a roofing company. I was looking at a single family they were doing a roof on, and they were looking at about 85 to 9,500 on that for a single family, a little bit bigger. So that number is probably about right.
Perfect. The other thing I was gonna say, it's remember, we are running these numbers based on what we do. But for example, even if we had a house that we need to replace an AC, the house is not in a regular market. So we contacted the 3 companies up there. This is in Poinciana, and all of a sudden the quotes come stupidly high. So what's going on? We contacted regular guys, and regular guys said this is the price. So guess what? Now we have a regular guys going to do the AC in 3 hours away because the people in that market want too much money, or we couldn't find a good cheap person to do it for us.
Even paying him additional for his extra time, his gas, his travel, a ticket to Disney, it was still cheaper than the local guys.
Yeah, for like $2,500. So hey, it is what it is. All right. Wood destroying organism. Let's throw $500 just in case we need to do some kind of repair. Fascias and soffits. If we're gonna do the roof, let's include that there. It looks kind of rough. Let's put about $1,000. It's not really that much, but here, go back to.
And here's a quick tip. If your roofer is willing to do the soffit and fascia work, just let them do it, team.
Yes.
It might be like a few bucks more than what your carpenter will do it for, but they're going to get it done all at the same time. It's going to look nice. It's not going to, you're not going to have somebody else come after the roof is done. And it's just a matter of speed and agility when you're dealing with a project like this. Maybe the roofer's at $1,000 and your carpenter is at $800 or $700,
So let the guy finish everything and just go over with it. Okay, so then windows. Windows here should be cheap, should be decent. You know what I don't see? An AC. I see that.
You do. You see the window shape.
Yeah, I saw that window. I saw that window. All right.
Oh, but I see a duct right there, and I see a thermostat. Boom, thermostat.
Boom, thermostat's there. All right, so they didn't want to fix it.
Okay, so at least you have AC
We have
ducts, which is
ductwork. Yeah,
good,
if we have
Alonso.
ducts, it's perfect.
Yeah.
We can do a little stuff. Okay. So with windows, let's how about $1,000? They look iffy. Okay, you see this ones look pretty decent. This ones look like, out of the rails. We won't really know until we put eyes on it on the property itself. But as a reasonable amount, let's just, make sure that we need to repair a few ones, okay? The glasses are fine, so we don't need to replace the window itself. It's usually
Balance
the
on
balances and the
them
locks.
coming up and down.
Yeah.
Not chopping your hand off when you like lift it up and then it just falls.
Yeah.
So you're usually gonna have to touch them up. I'm not really sure in this area. It doesn't look like the house is that old, Alonso, but these are not like the old school wood windows, right? The wood frames. There's a 1969, so I know the really, really old ones in some of the Northeast areas were like the old school wooden windows that are very expensive.
No, they
Yeah.
only they
look like vinyl. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these don't look to be that old. I mean, old, but not super, super, super old.
Yeah. So just a little rehab budget, just a little something in case you have to repair a couple of them, you're not left with no budget in it.
Okay. All right. So next thing on the budget, this exterior repairs. Let's go over these pictures quick. Not that we have much to go for, but you need to either repair or get rid of this fence. You need to either repair or get rid of, all those grills,
The bars on the windows, the
the bars in
gutters.
the windows.
You're definitely gonna typically the roofers will potentially damage your
Yes.
gutters.
Yes, most
They're
likely.
usually not responsible for it. So yeah, I'd throw a little bit of budget in there. The rest of the exterior doesn't really look too bad. I mean,
I don't see no
I'd
crap.
be at about $1,500, $2,000 on this.
Yeah. Maybe add a couple of, fancy, lamps or things like that. But yeah, 1,500 should do it.
Actually, you know what? Put it at $2,000, and then because what I would do, and I don't know if it's necessary for the neighborhood, Alonso, but I'd probably put a fence in between you and the neighbor that you're attached to, just to create a little bit of separation and more privacy for your buyer. See right here?
You got it here.
It would look nicer.
Yeah, so repaint, fix this one, make it nice and pretty. Actually have that little deck there, and then you do the same thing on the front because the one in the front is falling apart. So get rid of that one and put some nice wooden thingy, whatever here.
Yeah, something to create a little privacy, a little taller. All right, cool. What's next?
Next
we got landscaping.
Mulch, and a couple little plants because they're gonna be, by the time we're done, we're gonna be cooling down. So
yeah,
whatever you plant there is not gonna be nothing. Okay, paint inside and outside. Oops. Get rid of this.
Luis keeps wanting the trade.
Paint inside and outside.
So for me down here, I'd be at $7,000 for that 2-story structure, in and out,
including ceiling, including everything. Yeah, I tend to agree. The other thing that I don't like, obviously, is not paint, but all this we should replace for sheetrock eventually.
That looks like wood paneling, and then you got some funky texture up there in the ceiling. Is that common and liked by people in the market, Alonso? Do people like that?
For the older homes like that, you're gonna see a lot of that.
Okay.
For the single families, not so much. It's more personalized, but you are gonna see some of that. So we'll have to take it off or do something else with it.
I will go through the expense of getting rid of this one.
Okay.
For us down here, but again, if in that market you see people painting this paneling, save yourself the drywall budget. You know what I mean? If anything, just smooth out that ceiling because that definitely is very old school.
Yeah, but look at the ceiling for sure. But what I don't like at the paneling is like it's not even. You see, it's thin planks.
Yeah, it's patched up.
It's all kind of a mess.
So you definitely have some separation in the panel there. So
yeah. And what
my favorite wallpaper.
They try to do here something.
Luckily, the wallpaper is already falling apart. It does get pricey sometimes to remove drywall when it wallpaper when it's stuck. So you should be able to move this pretty quickly. Yeah, I think we're good on that 7 grand paint budget, Luke.
Paint.
And then let's throw definitely some drywall budget because
Yes,
there will be some
sure.
drywalling to do.
Kitchen, that's a very, very small kitchen. So even if making it nice and pretty with like this thing that we just saw, where was it? Yeah. Actually, let me open the one I love. This is the one I love. This is the kitchen that we're gonna deal with is smaller than this one. Okay, so kitchen like this should not be more than 6-7 grand.
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Yeah, and then
We're saving ourselves a lot of money using barely any upper cabinets because this is what is trendy now. How the shelving, exposed shelving, and it saves you some money. Now, the other thing that I was looking here, it's once we get to the kitchen, obviously the pictures are not the best, but once you walk it in, you might want to get rid of all this, okay, as much as you can, so you can have the open space feeling going into the kitchen. Okay, so get rid of this wall, get rid of the stuff. You probably need to keep this one because again, the thermostat is here, so you probably need to run the line down here. But at least you can give it a little open space.
even if you can only go this way, that
Yeah.
would be major improvement.
Correct. Not even you probably can do more. You probably can do where's my here. This one here.
Yeah.
I will get rid of all this. Probably over here, you see. Okay, so I will take it over here and over here. Okay.
Yeah, you might not be able to go all the way
Well,
up.
you're
for
going
sure.
to go all the way higher because we have the.
So we'll put some decent budget there. I think you're right in terms of the kitchen. You see there's your fridge, so you can't go that way.
You can go that way.
Unless you could rearrange that somehow. But nevertheless, I'm gonna say if you're gonna be moving walls and everything, I'm gonna be at 10 grand in this kitchen.
Okay. The other thing is we don't know what's behind here, if this is a bedroom or what. Because maybe we can take this off because it's probably like a.
Oh yeah.
Get
That
rid
looks
of
like a
this as
pantry or
well.
something.
Make it all the way
This-
to there.
This becomes where your fridge goes if you can, Alonzo, and then kind of make that part of the kitchen.
That's right.
So with all that shifting around, even though your cabinets are gonna be, I would be
Yeah.
at 10. And then that does
Might put a bit more
exactly, there you go, 10 plus appliances. So with 12 grand, you'll be able to get a nice set of appliances and get that kitchen done. You only got the one bathroom, so
Yeah.
splurge on it. Go a full 3,500 rehab on it.
Yeah.
Throw the book at it. Make it nice. It's tiny, so you're gonna have to get very creative.
Mm-hmm. So 3,500 in bathroom. AC, we won't know until we get there, pretty much. Some of those situations.
I'm gonna go 6 grand on that. That's what we spent on the other one recently.
But that's but it's for 5 ton. This thing does not be a 5 ton.
No. But the mini split, the one that you just showed, the one that you like, has a few mini splits. I saw it. The one that we did in Port Charlie with the mini splits, that's about what we spent.
Correct. Yeah, this one has mini splits.
Yeah.
I saw them.
So if you're actually able to get a central AC unit installed in there, Alonzo, because the ducts are in good working order, then you'll actually save money. You'll actually be under that 6 grand. If you gotta just make a decision, hey, do I reduct this whole thing or do I just put mini splits? You'll probably be around that 5 to 6 grand range, depending on the size, permits, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, you said this one has some on the bottom.
I saw a few mini splits laying around. I see some ducts on the floors too, but there's a central on this one plus a mini split. That's interesting.
There's a central on this one, yeah. But this is the other one that you were talking about. This is the one that has some splits.
There it is. See, yeah, I know I saw a mini split somewhere.
Hey, you know what? I just realized that's actually a duplex, a side by side as well. I didn't realize that.
That's one, yes.
Yes, I didn't realize that.
But this one is bigger. This is a 3-2.
Yeah, it is bigger.
So
it looks like they did some work to the other one as well, so that helped out.
And a lot a lot of bigger square footage. This is 1,400 square feet.
Yeah, that's almost 2 times as much. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm still comfortable with that ARV that you came up with, the 3-something, Lou.
Yeah.
I found another comp not too far from there that's also attached. That one sold for 480, but it's a 4.3, 1,200 square feet. So I think we're definitely going to be below 4 on this one. This is a lot smaller. It's going to be somewhere in the high threes.
$1,000 for a water heater.
Correct.
Okay, now the drywall. If we're gonna redo all that drywall, I would say like $4,000 just in drywall works.
Perfect. You read my mind.
And
all
again,
right, 10-minute warning, team. 10-minute warning.
We're not done yet. Gee, this
new time is we got to get used to it, man.
We're used to the hour and a half. This is not fair. All right, so doors are another 300.
I'm gonna say $1,000 based on the fact that I saw a few that were damaged.
Flooring, this is tiny, so it's $4 times 800 square feet. 3,500.
24.
4,000 on flooring.
32, yeah.
This is too much, but hey, fixtures, another $500 in fixtures. You can get really pretty nice stuff now in Amazon. Blinds, I know they went up. Electrical panel, this is a big one. It's just not big, but it's an older home, it's 1960 something, right?
Yeah.
So we might have to take care of, you see all this wiring, all this stuff. This is actually, that might be cable. That's not, I don't see that.
No, but for sure, I would go $3,000 on the electrical. It definitely looks like it's
you
older
probably
electrical.
need to upgrade electrical. Look at this.
More than likely, this thing there's a few brands out there, team, and you can Google this, that are not insurable, that your insurance company will simply say, hey, you need to replace that breaker panel. You got 30 days, 90 days, whatever they say. And so Alonzo's planning on flipping this. He may as well just take care of it for his buyer. Yeah. Even though his mortgage and insurance company will not, he's not going to be there long enough to affect him, but it's a value add that he's putting. So just budget for it, just get it done.
Yeah. And not only that, then you come into the problem that they come to the inspection and then the buyer himself is not going to get insured. So they're going to throw their hands up and there's nothing I can do. So again, we are fixing problems. So let's take care of fixing that problem because it becomes a major aberration.
Let me ask, is this just labor or does this include labor and material?
This is labor and material.
This is labor and material. And again, these are Florida prices. I've been doing this for a long time. Some of this might sound low to you guys.
Yeah, we try to squeeze people. Some people are not squeezable. But once you do it over and over again, you can negotiate prices with contractors. So you start looking for who else might be available, remember, you need to find it cheap, good quality, and fast. So you never find those three. So you need to play here and there. Okay.
No pool here. No.
Like we say in Spanish, bueno, bonito y barato.
I knew that's what you were going for. I'm like, how's he going to translate that?
All right. So from there, we come up with a rough estimate of 56. We usually add 10% to whatever budget we have for we don't knows, for what's going to happen, for budget. Let's just put a little bit extra just in case. So let's go back to the worksheet. If we try to sell for 360, the spreadsheet is going to copy the amount that we just did. How much do these people want it to begin with? To what?
299.
They're insane at 299. 265.
265. My bad. I got confused.
So let's go over what they're asking about. 265. 500. Okay. Now, what else do we have here? If we're closing with cash only, we can pretty much expect that we're going to pay another $1,500 in closing costs. If we're going to get a mortgage, okay, now you need to add extra points here and mortgage points there. Remember, when you get a mortgage, you pay the stamps on the mortgage, basically taxes on the mortgage, and you pay couple additional fees. You need to pay, usually when we get one of these loans, you're going to go to a hard money lender. Hard money lender, on top of having a high fee interest rate, they also push for points up front. A point is one percentage point that you need to put up front. So they give you, let's say, 12% plus 1.5 points. So you pay the 1.5 of the money that you're borrowing, plus then you have your regular mortgage, whatever, 12%, 15%, whatever amount it is. Okay, so let's run it as if this was a cash sale. We buy the property in cash. So the spreadsheet, the way it works is for the sales price of 360, we're gonna deduct a whole bunch of things. Okay, and from selling a property at 360, we're gonna end up getting in our hand a check of 334 and a little bit. Okay. Now, from there, we need to deduct the price that we pay for the property, our closing cost, and how much repair monies are we paying for repair. That's gonna give us our net amount of money, $5,000. Do you want to do that for $5,000? Neither do
Alonzo
I.
said no.
Neither do I. So usually what we do is we assume this 90%, 80%. All right. So basically what we try to do is that the property is going to calculate. Actually, this one is 0 because we're working as of a cash deal. The spreadsheet is going to calculate us the profit, the percentage of money that we're going to make based on the money that we spent. We want to make this happen at not less than 15%. Okay, for less than 15%, it's not worth doing it. Okay, you remember, one of the things that we always tell you is that you're going to be doing the work, you're managing everybody, contractors going to go home fed and paid, realtors are going to go home fed and paid, buyers going to have a beautiful home, so you need to get paid for that, right? So otherwise, what's the point? There we go. Now we're
There you
talking.
go. I like that. And that's not really too far off the ask. I think you should
No.
be able to negotiate that in there with that that REO holder.
You see?
Nah, I like the other number better.
I like the other number as well. So
That's what I would do. I'd start at that 219, 220, and then just let them squeeze you up a little bit.
And let it play out. You know, your cutoff rate is 225.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is paying cash. Once we got a mortgage, again, I'm not sure how much money do we have. Do we want to, for example, one of the things I do is I borrow money for the purchase price. I take care of all the rehab by myself. So I don't have to pay interest on the rehab money. That works. Some people just, hey, you know what? I'll pay interest on everything. It's easy as well. So it comes to you how you want to handle the transaction. But this sounds like a more reasonable number. Okay. Again, on the other thing, commissions is not 4%. Commission here is 6%. You can save yourself a little bit of money if you have a real good real estate agent. For example, this agent, you try to, you buy with him, you offer to sell again with him, but can you work a little bit on your commission? Again, on a 360, if you just take 1 point on the commission, which means 0.5 point on each one of them, each one of the agents, you're saving yourself a nice chunk of money, right? That's $4,000 almost.
All right, let's so there you go, Alonzo. You got a target purchase price, a max range, a potential ARV. We're gonna always tell you double check that ARV. You're gonna ask your agent to send you some comps, apples to apples. Ideally, same attached, row homes, same scenario. Don't compare this to a brand new built, house. Obviously,
Right.
Let's try to, be within the same age range, the same size. If the one that they're showing you is a 3-bedroom or larger square footage, then you got to discount it. So the closest you could get to it, confirm that. But it basically sounds like we got a pretty good idea, and it's doesn't look like a bad deal. You're pretty close to the ask there. Do you have any questions? Does anybody in the chat have any questions? Anybody who is here live? We got 2 minutes.
Man, I like the hour.
1 hour thing, dude. You got to speed through this stuff. What's up, Alonzo? What you got?
This went super fast, man, and it was really good walking back through this again, just to kind of see it on paper. I think that this has me pushing to look for a little bit bigger or better pricing after going back through this.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Alonso's trying to be in the 20% camp. I like that.
I like that. I love
it. So you're gonna come in with a 200K offer. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, why not?
Now, hey, why not? Absolutely.
I mean, the worst that they can say is no, right? Then just send you back. And then put another offer. But these are all, you see, of a single families. I'm trying to put it selected. What do you consider those townhomes up there? Let's see.
No, they don't call them townhomes.
Mhm.
At least the ones we're looking at.
No, okay.
No, they're row houses, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a selection for row house, so it's just single family. Townhouse is going to be, oh, that's like, yeah, that's a townhouse.
That's exactly. All right. So yeah, the whole idea again, we just went over one comp and we're based out of one comp. What I really want to let you guys know is that do the research properly, take a few look at a few of them. The condition they sold, that one was impeccable, so that's what we're using pretty much.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
But
you typically want to base your ARV on at least 3 to 5 comps, ideally. That's the ideal scenario. Obviously, for the sake of time, we moved along and we sped along. But I think
it's 4 o'clock already.
It is 4 o'clock. We got Mr. Yates in the house, so let's go ahead and wrap up the show. Lou, if you want to go back to the slideshow.
Let's wrap it up. All right, give me one
Any last minute questions? Thank you, Alonzo. My pleasure. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for hanging out with us and bringing the deal.
Yes,
I love it. Team, by the way, any of you guys out there, do you guys have a deal? You're looking at some real estate? Bring it. You could come on the show, or you don't have to come on the show. You could just call us about it. But if you come on the show, it'll be that much better. You'll have the whole team cheering you on.
Yeah, Alonso basically said me, hey, can you have a look at this? I'm looking at this property. So sure, let me have a look at it. But you want to come on the show, and here he is. I'm sure he's happy.
Pull up the slideshow.
All right, so slideshow. Any questions? Anybody? If we have no questions, I guess let's wrap this one up. Do we have anything on the chat? No, Limit says thank you. All right, guys. So I hope this one is too quick. I need the hour and a half. But I hope we clarify a few things. This is what we do. This is basically a train of thought every time that we're looking at a property. Any questions, any comments, anything that you want to know? We were not clear. Do you want us to look at a property? You were working with Kevin in Alabama, right? That was yesterday, the day before. So let's just send it over. Here we are, real estate at reallifetraining.com. If not, reallifetraining.com/RE. You got the QR code for Hector. You got my QR code. You can email us. You can, I don't have Twitter, but Instagram, all that stuff is there. Just reach out. We'd love to hear from you. That's what we do. We're here to
actually real quick, Lou, before you close it out. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Lehman. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for the kind words. I do want to give a major, huge shout out to Kevin. He's really been extremely helpful. He actually went out to look at a multifamily project in Alabama for me a couple of days ago. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, man. And that's what this community is all about, right? We all help each other out, and definitely Kevin came through for me and seen some pretty cool stuff out in Alabama. It's good to have people all over the country and all over the world that you can call whenever you need help on a project. This is amazing community. That's what RLT is all about, team.
Yes, absolutely. So with this one, what else? Like, subscribe, let the working things, the little minions in YouTube figure out that you guys like what we do. And with this one, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.